What's going on, guys? Hopefully you guys had a fantastic weekend. Completely sore, like 100%, 3,000%, 5 million% sore from Friday, Saturday, what's today? Sunday. And I hope we all can agree that that was probably the hardest Murph I've ever done in my entire life, to the point where I was hoping my dog came down and like bothered me to walk her outside. And usually, something would happen, right? Usually when you're in it is when someone comes down and bothers you, or like, I was waiting for Phoenix to wake up and be like, hey, Dad, let's go play, Luigi's Mansion. I'm like, yeah, fuck this workout. And then hopefully, I could have got out of it, but I didn't. No one bothered me. The only one that bothered me was my own head telling me to stop. And who cares? And what's the point of this anyway? You're on set number, who gives a shit, right? But thank God you get through it. And then I was like, well, why am I gonna do the last mile? Forget it. You did a great mile, which I felt great, right? Because I did a lot of the hip work, glute activation, so my run felt good. I looked at the time, it was like an hour mile. And then 100, 200, 300 felt like the slowest part ever in life. And I was like, no, let's walk the dog now. I'll walk the dog for a mile instead of finishing it, but I didn't. Went straight through it, finished it out. Time was the longest time I think I've ever taken, but it was done, and now I really feel it. So today I did just light cardio. It wasn't really light cardio, it was long cardio, and then I took Karen's yoga class. So if you guys haven't done that, man, like definitely, it's worth it. I have a package for feel good vibes, vibe in your face, the vibe face yoga. I don't remember what it's called. It's right on Franklin Avenue, next to Luna. Good vibes. The vibe is right. I don't know. It's that one, and I'll kind of type it out for you, and I'll research it better. But she teaches there. She has a great recovery class, and I'm sure there's a bunch of teachers on there as well that you could maybe take, and just add it into your repertoire or your regimen. All right. So anyway, let's get into it. I'm not doing anything. I'm going to demonstrate as much as I can today, but I really cannot move, and my body is not working properly. So hit whatever mobility it is that you need to. Give yourself a good 5 minutes to stretch out. Hit the squat and stretches, the side rotations, your arm circles, and then we're going to go into a 3 movement for a 3-rounder, okay? So 3 movements. We're going to grab the kettlebell up top or your dumbbell. See, I came and picked it up like as much as I want to. I can't. 3 movements, okay? We're gonna do 2 that we all know. And we're gonna prep it up, and if you don't need the kettlebell, then you don't have to use it. But we're gonna go into goblet squats. So just in case you don't know, elbows in. I'll give you a shit variation. I'll give you my box just in case. That's how bad it is today. Nice and tight. Please don't fall. Oh my God. Sid, you can see that whole left side kind of doesn't want to go, right? So I'm gonna go squats 12, okay? Butt back. 12. After that, I'm going to hang it down nice and low, kettlebell swings, butt back and pop for 12. Now, here's one thing that I want you to think about when you're doing the swings today, okay? When we're going into the swing, I want you to think about what Joe talked about in the shoulder video, and if not, it's kind of where I'm going to go with this. I'm going to pull my shoulders down, so I'm going to let them drop, right? A lot of times you go to the swing, then when we get to the top, we're using all that trap. We're using all those deltoids, right? Everything here to kind of lift it when it should just be the hip. So I'm going to press the shoulders down to start, bang, right? So if they're here, just take a second and figure it out. One thing I learned from Karen's class today was just kind of like seeing when your body's at. Right now my body's not good, but I know that I can, work on something. So shoulders, now I'm going to hit my butt back, and then when I pull, I'm going to keep those shoulders down and packed. That is your proper swing anyway, unless we're going a little higher. But really working on using the hip rather than using that shoulder, okay? And that third movement, we're gonna go into that 45-degree angle raise. So if you wanna grab a lighter dumbbell, a can of, I don't care, anything, a water bottle, or just squeeze, and we're just gonna go in kind of like a Y. We're gonna go up. So I'm gonna go this way. Here, up, that's it. So if you have a light dumbbell, you can go one arm at a time if you'd like to, right? Grab something, I don't fucking have anything. Here, on the other side, that looks weird. At least I got a joke for that one. And then up top, bang. And I'm just gonna go 12 on one side, 12 on the other side, or just 12 together, whatever feels good. Keep the shoulders down. Don't let this happen, okay? When I'm raising it, I don't want here my trap to take it over. I want to try to pull it down and then move that up. Bang. So I'm pulling the shoulder down, keeping it down, down, up top, just getting that little bit of a raise here. Get a shoulder stabilizer, a rotator cuff stabilizer exercise. You'll feel it more when you pull that shoulder down. So hit that and take your time. Use this warm-up to take your time. We're gonna go into 3 rounds, don't go fast. So you got 12 goblet squats, 12 kettlebell swings, and then that 45-degree angle arm raise for 12 on each side. And we're gonna go 3 sets. All right, guys, so I looked at the actual program, and we have med ball cleans to a squat, but if you don't have med ball, I'd start maybe making something up with like a heavy book bag or a sandbag. If not, your kettlebell is fine. It'll work. I'm just saying, you know, if you want a little variation of it based off what I wrote for the spring, you know, and it's the spring. So, you know, I'm just gonna dabble right into it. And we have med ball cleans to a squat. We've been doing a lot of it anyway, but we're gonna go single. Okay, up top here, oh, bang, sit into your squat, all the way back down. If you have a sandbag or a medicine ball, trunk tight up, catch, big sit down, stand on up, drop it on down. Again, chest up, hips, catch underneath, big sit down, stand on up, drop back down. And we're gonna get 8 reps. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got it? Perfect. Second movement we're gonna go into is a reverse lunge, okay? But I want you to think about the reverse lunge, and depending on wherever your knees feel, just make sure when you're going back that this front leg, right, is the one that's kind of straight. Don't take the step back and then kind of just rounding out into it. Try to keep this in at 90. I'm gonna take this leg, I'm gonna shift it as far as I can back, but I still want a good L position on this foot or this angle, because I don't want to be here with it. Okay, I don't want to just be like this. I want to kind of find where I could keep my heel and big toe on the ground, take the step, control it, bring it all the way back up. Now, if that means I'm just here and I can't drop the knee, but I can still keep this firing up, that's it. If I'm losing it, say I'm taking a step and now I'm taking a step and now I'm just collapsing, I'm not really doing anything. And what's going to happen is all that force is going to go into this knee when I push back up, because I don't have my glutes and hamstrings underneath me, nor do I have my core underneath me. So think about it before we move into it, and think about it before doing it. Just don't do it and then use your arm and leg and you kind of look like you're just flopping over and your knees hitting the ground. This doesn't feel right. Find wherever you feel the most stable. Ground that leg up top. Find it, find it, find it. There it is. I still feel it here. Stand back up. Up top, good control. I still feel it, and then I'll stand back up. Now watch the other side, because this side doesn't feel good at all. So that's pretty much where I'm at. And look at the angle. Look at how I'm protecting it, because it doesn't feel good, right? So maybe on this side, I got to do something else or something different. So because of the reverse lunges feels like shit for me, I'll probably do some striders, some side rotations. I'm going to call it like that, okay? So learn to read, because I'm not in front of you anymore, so it's hard for me and it kills me inside to not be able to adjust what it is you guys are doing. So we're going to go med ball cleans to a squat for 8. After that, I would like to see 4 and 4 on the reverse lunges, but with full control, really grasping, using the hamstrings and using the glutes. Okay, don't do the exercise, just do the exercise. Then after that, if you want to hit some mobility, go ahead. Otherwise, if you need to change it and just do mobility instead, then do that. And I want you to go into 5 total sets, okay? Maybe a light, I can't say light, medium, because that's what's written, but it's not. So whatever you have, just do it. 8 reps, mobility, and then we're gonna go into 5 total sets. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. I had to roll out. I had to roll out a little bit because I really can't get into any positions, and I had to do more. Even after taking the yoga class, this hip just feels super locked up. I don't know if it's something I ate or just, you know, it just fucking is tight today. So it really is tight and stiff. But we are going to go into a pike push-up variation or a pike or just a push-up hold, okay? We're not gonna go into ranges and motions. You're kind of do what you can up to a 30-second hold. So what I'm gonna do today is I will give you 2 variations of the pike, and then if not, then you just do just a regular push-up hold. But here up top, all I wanna do is kind of push in and find the head position and just hold. This is it, okay? But when I'm pushing in, I wanna feel my shoulders stack in. So here, I feel it kind of really stacked in nice and tight in the lat. And the same thing on the other side. And here, that's it, okay? I want to hold for about 30 seconds, 30, so that, oh my God. So that is what I want to focus on. If you want to elevate your feet up a little bit, that's fine. But if you start feeling it, like just in the elbow and too much in the tricep, but you don't actually feel the shoulder kind of settle in, right? Settling in there, well then I don't want you to do it. Go to a push-up instead. So just go in a push-up position, but the same thing, you should be feeling where it's connected, not just pushing into the ground. Now your elbows and wrists are hurting the entire time. Find a range that feels good for you, okay? Find a range where you can actually feel the exercise, just like the reverse lunges, which means if you're a super beginner, right, I'm not sure if you are, maybe an elevated push-up hold is gonna work here, you know? Because I can feel my shoulders stacking, I can still feel my wrist without pain, and that's where I want to be. And just hold that position and let your body start stabilizing there, okay? Towards the end of the week, we're going to get into a lot of push-ups. Obviously on Saturday, if you did it, we already did a lot of push-ups, and last week there were a lot of burpees. So let's work on stabilizing the joint and practicing what it is we talked about in the videos. So pike, hold for 30 seconds, maybe less, whatever the longest variation you can, okay? And then after that, we're going to go into reverse fly. So instead of being up here, we're just going to push the butt back, tuck in, and now I'm just going to big pinch here. But making sure, again, I'm not trapping it, okay? I'm not using my traps to squeeze and pinch the upper back. I'm pinching and squeezing my mid back. So if this was like baseball and like my last name was on my back or like a thing, that's where I kind of want you to think about there. Like I'm trying to bring my last name together. So instead of saying Isip, it says Isip. That doesn't make any sense at all. Butt back, bang. I'm gonna hit this for about 15 reps, okay? We're gonna go into 4 total sets there. Pike holds, after that reverse flies, very minimal work on the shoulder, so don't expect it to be hard, but I want you to put some intention into it and making sure that you feel it. Now let's move in to our last part. Alright guys, so for the last part, this is a longer form, not made to be sprinted, at the same time not made to be, not made to be done super fast. I want you to take your time in it and hit this rep by rep, okay? These are the 30s, okay? Not the 30s you're thinking about, not that one. It's going to be 30 reps of every movement with some running. So all we're going to do is use kettlebell or dumbbell, whatever it is you're going to use. We're going to go into that deadlift, butt back, chest up tall, squeeze. Bang, touch, butt back, chest up tall, squeeze, touch. Make sure it's nice, dead weight on the ground, and you're lifting it up with good control. Should still feel it in the glutes and hamstrings, really turning it on by pushing the big toe into the ground. You're gonna get 30 reps. After 30 reps, you're gonna go for a run somewhere, not sure where, but something that's gonna give you a nice 2-minute run. So if that's around the block or up and down or doing some type of cardio inside your apartment, if you want to use that rope slam variation with the bed sheets, then you could do that, but make sure it equals 2 minutes long, okay? So doing something there for 2 minutes. Second movement is going to be push press, okay? So if you can't do push press because it hurts, then go right into 2-point row, but this one is not hard. I want to use a lot of technique and skill here. Dip and pop overhead, bring it back down, and I'm going to break it up into different numbers, maybe 6 on one side, 6 on the other side, until I get 30 on each side. So it'll be 30 and 30. Try not to hit 30 straight. Break it up till you hit 60 total reps, which is 30 and 30, and then you're gonna go for that run or hit your cardio. Third movement is going to be front squat. So up top, good control. But from here, I don't wanna let it sit, right? I wanna challenge this squat by bringing it out a little bit. So I wanna keep this at that 90-degree stack, trunk nice and tight, abs strong. Sit and stand. Now, if it bothers you, pull it right back in. Go to goblet squat. Go to body weight squat. At the end of the day, I'm just trying to give you a hard variation to sit and stand. But if that bothers you, then just change to whatever position feels good, where you could also get another 30 on one arm, 30 on the other arm. And if you're doing just goblet squats, then obviously it's going to be 60 reps on the goblet squat, and then you're going to go for that last run. And that's it. So it's not super long. That's why I don't want you to speed through it. Break up the numbers as much as you need to until you reach the numbers of 30s. Hit a cardio movement or run. Push presses on each side, 30. Cardio movement or run. And then your front squat, single arm or unilateral squat. 30 on one side, 30 on the other side. If not, you're holding in the middle, then you have 60 squats, cardio or run. All right, so hopefully you guys have a good day. I'll talk to you guys later, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Have a fantastic night.